It has been over 5 years since the untimely passing and death of George Floyd, and for some odd reason, the usual suspects still continuously bring him up. And I kept saying to myself, would I ever make a commentary on this, or would I just leave it alone? But after what happened with Charlie Kirk recently, I said, let me just go ahead and see if I can break down the real reason that they are obsessed with him. And I narrowed it down to 5, and Lord knows I probably could have had it expand past 5 and been up here talking for well over an hour, but I said I don't want to keep y'all long, so let's just get into it. The 5 reasons racists are obsessed with George Floyd. The first reasoning is he became a symbol of change. George Floyd's death didn't just trend for a day. It sparked one of the largest, if not the largest, protest movement in U.S. history. Over 20 million Americans participated in the BLM demonstrations. His name became a rallying cry for police reform, racial equity, and justice worldwide. For racists, that was a nightmare come to life. George Floyd is a reminder that their old way of life, where police violence went unchecked and unchallenged, got exposed. Every time they bring him up, it's them simply saying, we haven't forgotten what you did. You challenged the system and we'll never forgive you for that. The second reasoning is them using his past to deflect from systemic racism. This is their favorite move. They bring up George Floyd's criminal record or drug use like it justifies what happened to him. It's the same tactic we've seen for decades, from Emmett Till to Trayvon Martin to Mike Brown. Demonize the victim to protect the system. Because if George Floyd was no angel as they claim, then they don't have to face the fact that a police officer knelt on his neck for nearly 9 minutes in front of the whole world. It's lazy, it's predictable, and it's designed to make sure the conversation never moves past blaming one man instead of holding the entire system accountable. The third way is a way that it punishes black people for speaking out. George Floyd's death gave black communities a microphone, and for the first time in a very long time, the world actually listened. Racists hated that moment of visibility, so they weaponized George Floyd's name to remind us that they still have power. And when they make cruel jokes, means, or dismiss the protest, what they're really saying is, don't get too comfortable because your heroes will be dragged through the mud. You will be shamed for speaking up. It's about silencing the next George Floyd before he or she or they even exist. The fourth reason I gave is it fuels their white grievance politics. George Floyd has been turned into a talking point for politicians, pundits, and online grifters who make money off of fear. They frame him as the symbol of America rewarding criminals, claiming society put him on a pedestal while good, hardworking Americans were just simply ignored. This feeds into the far-right narrative that white people are under attack, that they're losing their country, and that everything is being done for them, meaning black people when they say that, at the expense of us, meaning them. It keeps their audience angry, engaged, and donating. And the last reason I have is he simply lives rent-free in their heads because he changed the world. At the end of the day, George Floyd is bigger than their hate. His name forced a conversation about policing that they never wanted to have. Cities debated reform, statues came down, corporations and schools were forced to take a stand. He became a global name, and that's what really bothers them. They can't simply undo what happened. They can't put the genie back in the bottle. So they keep repeating his name, trying to claw back control of the narrative. So the next time you see them obsess over George Floyd, which probably will be very sooner rather than later, remember, it's not even about him. It's about their fear. Fear of justice, fear of accountability, and fear of losing the power to decide whose life matters and whose doesn't. And that's why they will simply never ever let him go. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one.